that will be able, and probably in 2017, when I'll be graduating, I'll come back to you guys and tell you, remember that time? You were telling me it's just a dream. Remember that time? You were just saying it's just a dream. Yeah, so guys, I don't have much to say, but I believe you have the best opportunity in front of you. Just kindly make use of it before it's too late, before you hear comrades tialala, and all you can hear is tear gas and disappearing people. So thank you so much. Have a blessed evening.
So next we're going to have Catherine Daly. She will be talking a bit about her university and her thoughts on being a very proactive person. Very proactive.
Ladies.
Yes.
Hi. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Okay, so my name is Catherine. Catherine Jerry. Yes. So I'm Catherine Jerry, and I applied to attend African Leadership University, and I don't know if all of you, or most of you even know African Leadership University. It's a new university. It started in Mauritius. Who knows African Leadership Academy? Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so African Leadership Academy, that's the academy, is like Form 5, Form 6. So the university started, and they didn't start it in South Africa, they started it in Mauritius. And so I applied to attend that school, and I got called, and so I'll be going to African Leadership Academy, University, to study mechanical engineering. But this is the thing. You see, now I want to give you my story, and then I want to give you my perspective. Because my story and my perspective are two very different things. I honestly started an organization based on my selfishness and the fact that I wanted my friends to come visit me in a clean place. I just wanted to show you the perspective that not every story you hear out there about people doing big things, they probably started from a really, really weird background. What would you like to change? Okay. So.
I hate the fact that water gets lost on Thursday and comes back on and that is something I would really like to change.
Okay, fine. Okay, someone else. Let me get back to someone else. Anything else that you want to change? Okay, we have both of you.
I think the fact that some people go home because of lack of school fees, yet they're very bright people.
Yes?
I hate the fact that most people, most girls actually get pregnant now.
In your home or school?
No.
So this is what I was trying to show you. You keep asking whys, and this is how change comes about. That when you start asking yourself whys, you ask yourself why back, you keep going back until the point where your why doesn't have a reason. Where you finally get to the point where you ask why and there's actually no reason. I just don't know why. Why doesn't the community care about us enough to counsel us so that we won't lose our way at some point and go having unprotected sex and then get pregnant? When you get to that point where you just don't know why, that's where you start changing. That's where you start acting on it, and that's where you start saying, okay, so now the first point of action is to change the mindsets of people and make them care about us, about the girls. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Yes. So when you start changing from that point, it becomes much easier. You find yourself changing such a huge thing. You just changed the attitudes of people, but ended up changing an entire community and decreased pregnancy rate by what percentage. It becomes such an immense, such a huge change from such a small thing. And that's what I was trying to portray to you. That the people sitting here are not, they didn't go for the big wigs, they didn't go for that huge change. They're going to change the world by changing the world economy. I have $1 million in the bank, and so I'm just going to go drop it. It's hard, That's not what happens. You start slowly, and slowly by slowly you build it. Thank you.
So, my name is Shadrach Ilan, and this is
I can introduce myself. I am Adri, and we're going to the University of Pennsylvania, or UPenn.
So before I jump into the university part, I'll talk a bit about AKAD. In 2012, I went to the same seminar as George, both over there. And one thing that about AKAD is that they float so many ideas to you. And it's up to you now to catch each and every idea that you think is of some worth to you, and then piece it together to make it something that it's worth chasing for, yeah? So like for me, part of those ideas that intrigue me from AKAD is about personal branding, yeah? You know, like the shoes I'm wearing now. Can anyone tell me what these ones are? So yeah, any formal shoe with a lace are called Oxfords, yeah? And you see there are patterns on my foot, on the shoe. And those patterns are called broguing, yeah? So those are some of the ideas that AKAD will introduce you to, though they're a bit peripheral, but you know, you get the gist, right? Yeah, so about Kenya High, I have some connection somewhere. My mom was a Kenya High person. Student, alumni, she was in, I think, Sabaki House or something. Yeah, but she did do a good job of marketing Kenya High, because I had never come to this school, she had never brought me here, this is my first time. But again, then I went to Alliance High School. My father was a Alliance High School person too. So what am I saying? When Kenya meets Alliance, you get legendary people like That's aside now, to the serious business now, University of Pennsylvania.
So, as you say, the Ivy League is a consortium of some of the oldest, and it started as a sports conference, but right now they're more based on academics, and they're some of the most prestigious universities in the US. But we are here to talk about the University of Pennsylvania, where we're both going to. The University of Pennsylvania started in 1740, so that's around 260 something years ago. And it was started by, you know Benjamin Franklin, right?
Yeah.
The guy invented the post office, carried a lightning rod to see if lightning actually worked. That was stupid by the way. And so, the good thing about studying in the US, and I can actually say this because I've been to university in Kenya, is how many of you know what you want to study in college? Wow, congratulations. I do not. I'm going to university and I do not. So that is why I do not want to study in Kenya. They have what is called a liberal arts curriculum. So until the end of your second year, you do not get to choose what your major, your concentration is. You take classes from everywhere. You can take, University of Pennsylvania has 6 schools. There is Wharton, which is the best business school in the world. And then they have the School of Nursing, which is also the best in the world. So even though somebody like me, I wanted to study English, and my parents thought I was the dumbest kid they've ever brought up. And I'm sorry, that thinking is getting to me, so I'm veering from the English path. But the good thing is, even though I might not end up studying English, I might still end up taking units in English and creative writing. And also there's a study abroad part, as George said. In your second or third or fourth year, you can take a semester or a year abroad and go to London or Venice or Paris or all these exotic places we only hear about. And it's fully paid for by the universities. And I think all of us here are on almost full scholarship to these universities. And going to these places does not take much. I think it's more of self-belief, especially for us as Africans. When you're in the international pool, the admission rate for Penn was 9% this year. They got around 37,000 applications and they took 2,000 and something people. And so, but it was much tougher for international students. It was around 4 or 5 or 6% around there. So you're actually competing with the best of the world. And if you go there and you do not, when you get to these places, do not coop yourself. Don't hang out with Africans and black people because you have this black power thing. Life does not work that way. You know, me and Shadrach were in the same school, so I'm hoping we'll meet somebody here and then you can create a super being like Shadrach. But my point is we end up settling for things that we can do better. So just, as Nora said, set the highest goals for yourself and do not be a critic. I suppose that's all I had.
To finish up, Nora told you to write down 6 impressive qualities about yourself. Now, you don't have to feel all of it right now. But when Agri said there are 30,000 people who applied to 2,000 slots, and you know you're competing with the best. So those 6 impressive qualities add up to who you are. And the thing is, when you're applying to these universities, they'll tell you to write essays and a whole myriad of topics. But the thing that they're looking for is who are you and what will you bring to the table once we bring you in. Because most of these big universities, as I'm telling you, the Ivy Leagues and the Stanford, Washington universities, like Lewis, etc., they'll offer you financial packages. So to you, you're an investment. So who will want to invest in something that will not be profitable or helpful in any way? Will you? Yeah. So the same, take yourself as an investment, yeah, and think of it this way. If the university accepts me, what will I bring to the table? And that's the same thing that they're looking for. So the moment you answer the question, who you are, and you're satisfied with that question, and you're sure that whenever you present this profile or your dissertation of who you are to someone, and then you'll be impressed, then from then on, I think the whole world will recognize who you are. And these universities, no matter how big their titles are, they are easy for you to get into once you figure out who you are, and now work it out to your advantage. I think that's what I'm saying.
Hello. Hi. Was that funny? Okay. My name is Michael Mutie. I'm a peer mentor with AKAD Africa. I'm also a mentee with AKAD Africa. Now, I'll speak a little bit about going to the African Leadership University with Catherine. And one thing I think she forgot to mention is that African Leadership University is actually the first Ivy League university we have in Africa. And it's in Mauritius. And it was luck. As she said, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So we were among the 100 students that were picked from a total of 1,400 students who applied from Africa and beyond. So it's a great platform. I'm really looking forward to be at ALU. So I'll tell you a bit about the community projects that I've been able to do since 2012. Actually, I'll go a bit way below since 2012 when I was still in high school. Now, I wasn't in the traditional Kenyan Ivy League high schools. I was in Dagreti High School. And someone mentioned that one thing that bothers them is to see people who are bright go home because of lack of school fees, right? So I had that problem, and I'll tell you what I did about it. Now, hi Christy. My parents had a problem paying my school fees, and that really bothered me because I'd go home for most parts of the term. So it's like I'm schooling from home and then I'm just spending my holiday in school. So I didn't like that. So what did I do about it? I was fortunate to be the library captain by the time I was in Form 3. I was also the CU secretary. What else? And a few other things in school. So I decided, because you've heard of with great power comes great responsibility. And of course, with great power, you have to ask God for wisdom. So I approached the administration and I asked for an opportunity to sell sweets to the school, sort of having a share of the school's canteen. So around last year, December, I started a program. It's called Lead the Change. And this is just based on the idea of, you've all heard of Mahatma Gandhi? Yeah. Be the change you want to see. That's the whole idea. So you don't tell me about a change that you're not willing and ready to be. It makes sense, right? So I don't really like seeing people who are vulnerable to just many negative things because they're less fortunate. So I started a program called Lead the Change. It's actually not an NGO. And just to point out on what Catherine said, we are young people and it's never too early to leave a legacy, okay? So I started a program called Lead the Change, where you lead the change by being the change. You don't like something, do something about it. Don't tell me about it, do something about it, then come present it to me and then we can partner and do something about it.
Okay, ask for 2 minutes. Ask for 2 minutes. Ask for 2 minutes. Julius and I, Dr. Weche and I will come here sometime. But I just wanted to acknowledge the work that he does. He's a true servant leader. He does this without being paid. He loves the country, and he loves the future of the country, which is you, who are indeed the present and the future of the country. So.